So, how do we clean our programming? How do we rewire the subconscious when it feels like these patterns are stuck? If you've ever felt trapped in cycles of thought, emotion, or behavior that you just can't seem to break free from, you're not alone. We all want to change, to heal, to feel lighter, to grow, to evolve. But those deeply ingrained subconscious beliefs can feel impossible to shift. If you found yourself asking, why can't I let go of this? Or how do I change what's happening beneath the surface? Then this is the conversation for you. The subconscious mind is like a storage system. It's a supercomputer that holds the beliefs, the memories, and the patterns we have picked up throughout our lives. Many of them from childhood, when we were too young to question what we were learning and accepting. Over time, these patterns run quietly in the background, shaping how we think, feel, and respond. For example, you might notice reacting to situations in ways that don't necessarily align with who you want to be. Or maybe you feel stuck in emotional cycles like fear, doubt, frustration, and you can't seem to break free. That's because the subconscious isn't logical. It works only on habit and emotion. The good news is you don't need to force, fight, or resist it to create change. You can clear it, clean it, liberate it. And that's where Ho'oponopono comes in. Let's take a deeper look at how the subconscious works. Because it is deeply emotional and habitual, it responds best when we connect with it in a state of peace and calm. Think of the subconscious as a child. Children are always watching, they're always learning. So when you're in a relaxed state, you're more capable of impressing upon the subconscious what is truly important and meaningful. If the subconscious is like a child, then your internal state, your peace of mind, is like a loving parent, creating a safe space for growth and change. This is why it's so important to approach practices like Ho'oponopono with a lot of gentleness and consistency. When you repeatedly focus on certain thoughts, beliefs, or behaviors, you're telling your subconscious, this is what matters now. Over time, the subconscious begins to accept these as the foundation of your reality. And what makes us even more powerful is that the subconscious is like the projector of your external life. And what happens externally is a reflection of what's transpiring inside, internally. If you're carrying a lot of unresolved pain, limiting beliefs, or outdated programming, that's what the subconscious projects outward. So the external world becomes a mirror of our inner condition. And this is why clearing out what no longer serves you is so crucial. By releasing the emotional weight tied to these old memories, patterns, or beliefs, you're making space for the subconscious to project something new. Peace, love, and possibility. Ho'oponopono is a very gentle but powerful practice that doesn't require you to dig into every detail of your past or to analyze your thoughts endlessly. Instead, it works at an energetic level to help you release what no longer serves you. The practice revolves around the four simple phrases. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. These phrases are tools for clearing, cleaning, liberating, transmuting, and healing. So let me explain how they work in the context of rewiring the subconscious. I'm sorry. This phrase acknowledges the presence of the memory or the pattern. It's not about blame or guilt. It's about awareness. You're saying, I see this, and I'm ready to work with it. Even if you don't fully understand the source of the programming, this step opens the door to healing. Please forgive me. This phrase is not about excusing anything. It's about releasing the emotional hold that these patterns have over you. You might say, "Please forgive me for holding on to this, even unconsciously. I'm ready to let it go. Forgive me for my unawareness. Thank you." Now, gratitude shifts the energy by expressing the thankfulness for the opportunity to heal. It's a way of saying, "Thank you for allowing me to see this, to heal, and to reconnect with love." I love you. This is the most transformative phrase. It's an act of compassion and care for yourself, for your subconscious, your inner child, and even the memories that caused you pain. When you say, "I love you," you're reminding yourself of your inherent worth and wholeness. This practice is beautifully simple, and you can use it in so many different ways. Make it a daily ritual by repeating the phrases throughout the day, whether you're walking, you're doing your chores, or you're sitting quietly. You don't need a specific trigger or situation. The repetition itself creates the space for clearing and healing. You can also direct these phrases towards specific emotions or patterns. For example, "I'm sorry for feeling stuck in this pattern. Please forgive me for holding on to this belief. Thank you for helping me see this. I love you for being willing to heal." Another way is to use Ho'oponopono as a meditation. Spend a few minutes focusing on the phrases, letting them flow naturally, and you don't have to believe in the words right away. Your consistency is what matters. Over time, your subconscious, or as some may call it, your inner child, begins to trust the process and respond. Unlike trying to force change, Ho'oponopono works by addressing the energy tied to your patterns. So think of it like clearing a foggy window. You don't need to examine every speck of dirt on the glass. You just need the right tools to clean it. And Ho'oponopono is that tool. And because the subconscious is always watching what we give importance to, consistency is key. Consistency becomes even more powerful. Each time you repeat these phrases, you're teaching your subconscious to release what is no longer helpful. So if you've been feeling stuck or wondering how to rewire your subconscious, start here. Ho'oponopono isn't about perfection or instant results. It's about creating space for love, healing, self-compassion. Over time, you may notice subtle but profound shifts in how you think, feel, and respond to life. You've taken a very powerful step today by showing up and exploring these ideas. The very act of being open to healing and transformation is already creating change within you. Remember, healing is not a race. It's a process that unfolds with love and patience. We become that love and patience. And peace, trust, and love, they're inseparable. So when you relax, trust is natural, and love is experienced as a sweetness of emotion. So if you can also genuinely laugh, that's a sign that your heart is beginning to lighten and joy is returning to your inner world. You know, laughter is healing, and it creates space for love to flow even more freely. Every time you choose to clear, to clean, to let go, and to reconnect with the love, you're moving closer to the peace and the freedom that has always been within you. Trust in your own strength and in the process. If this meditation or practice spoke to you, I'd love to hear your reflections in the comments. Your journey could inspire someone else who might be walking a similar path. Together, let's build a community of healing, growth, and love. Thank you for taking this time for yourself, sending you so much love, light, and peace as you continue on this journey. I love you.